That's the last time he kissed me. Then she came to my side of the bed and she kissed me. She thought I was asleep, but I was awake. We were able to have the car towed in the next morning, and when I came home from school that day at lunch, she was all excited and said the garage called and said her car was ready. So we went over there to pick it up. While we were over there picking it up, the mechanic said, "How much longer are you going to drive this old Mustang, little lady?" Because, of course, he had found something else wrong with it. Her Mustang was almost 10 years old. We bought it for her. She was a junior here at Beech High School. Was 3 years old when we bought it. So it was starting to have a lot of trouble. We explained to him that when she went back to Murfreesboro after Christmas, she had 4 more months of school. She would be graduating college on May the 7th. So she needed to drive this car a few more months. Of course, I didn't know that she was really going to die in a few hours. We told them to go ahead and do the second repair, and we'd be back in a few hours. We returned a little later after the second repair. I don't know what had gotten Megan, what had gotten into her. She chattered the whole way there. I went inside to pay, and when I came out, she said, "Daddy will be home in just a little bit." And I said, "How do you know?" And she said, "I paged him, and he called me back." Her daddy always knew when it was her because she never would put her name or number in when she played softball. She was number 23. So every time she paged him, she just put 23 in. He was running late because of all the Christmas traffic. Since she was meeting her boyfriend and some other friends, she got impatient. She said, "Mom, I'm going to be late. I got to go." So I walked her to her car. She was parked on the road. I hugged her, told her I loved her, told her to be careful. That was the last time I saw her. That was the last time I kissed her. We got the phone call about 8:45 that evening. We had just gotten home from Kroger. My husband had gone with me. He had already fallen asleep on the couch. I must have worn him out. I answered the phone. Megan's best friend had been driving the car. It was her daddy that was on the phone, and he said, "Debbie, I hate to tell you this, but the girls have been in a really bad accident. Randy's okay, but Megan's hurt really bad." Megan had played softball with this girl. She met her when she was 5 at Moss Wright Park. I heard her daddy's voice 1,000,000 times on the phone. Mr. Thomas, our city manager, took both those girls to Virginia Beach when they were 12 to play in the World Series. We traveled with Randy's parents and many other parents to Virginia Beach, so I had talked to this man 1,000,000 times. When I heard his voice, you know that expression, your knees just give way? I never understood that, but my knees just gave way. I remember grabbing the sofa, and all I said was, "Is she alive?" And he said, "I don't know." I asked him what we were supposed to do, and the noise was tremendous, so I knew it was bad. He was screaming at people, I guess, fire department people, police officers, paramedics, and he kept saying, "I have Megan's mother on the phone. Tell me what I'm supposed to tell her." I heard somebody in the background say, "Well, don't tell her to come here. We don't need her here." He came back and said, "Well, you got to tell me something."